nobody paid for my anything.
Shut up.
If I didn't have insurance, I would have been fucked.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. I probably lost money on fucking Tourgasm.
Oh,
the way I made my money on Tourgasm, and I bought my fucking apartment in New York and blah blah blah, I had to go on the road and use that fame that I had and just fucking blow it out for 2 years. So I was on the road back then, dude. And before that, I was on the road making fucking $1,000 for like Wednesday to Sunday at Improvs, headlining on off nights. I would go into these clubs and dude, I was given like the fucking oh my god set in front of these packed shows because they give all the tickets out.
Yeah,
and I would fucking just kill it. And for like $1,000.
See, then what I'm saying right now is probably the most dominant energy in comedy is that you look at other people's careers and you think they're automatically better than yours.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I remember when I had a kid, I'd watch you guys on Tough Crowd. Like that was when Tough Crowd was big.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. My career is better than yours. Absolutely. I'm not saying that. Absolutely. Please. I'm not. I'm just trying to relate to you. I would never take your career. I would. I'm sorry.
No. I remember when that was going on. I was featuring on the road. Georgia was my oldest, and I would sit on. I'd watch Tough Crowd, and like just be like in awe because it was everyone that was. You guys were all like a year above me in comedy, and I'd watch you guys, and I was doing the road. I was making $700 a week, flying myself out, trying to like piece it together to keep the girls and like everyone happy but still be gone, and I was still partying like pretty hard, and but then I look back and I'm like, during that time, that first leap that I had probably like 6 years ago when I was headlining everywhere, the $1,000 nights where they'd set you up, man, and they'd set you up to fail. Like they'd bring you in, they'd be like, never heard of this guy, let's fucking bury him.
But they still do. They still do. I mean, I don't know how you're changing a little bit. And it's changing for me a little bit. It's gotten better in the last year for some reason because I said no. I said no.
Yeah.
The most powerful thing in this business is the word fucking no. And I said no a couple years ago to some things, and I was like, nope, not doing it. I would rather not have or have to change my life a little bit here and be happy than to be miserable and be taken advantage of on the road. And I said to my agent, I go, this is what I'll do. This is nothing. Don't even call me. Don't call me. And I said, I don't want people selling shit at my shows. Don't ask me. Yeah. I don't want people coming up to me and asking me. And no guest spots. I don't want people just...
Those are the things that make your weekend fucking hell. Yeah. When you go in and you have a feature who's selling 3 T-shirts and 3 DVDs for $20.
But the joke at the end of his act is the T-shirt. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow, you just turned me into a hack. Now I have to tell this fucking... I sell this fucking T-shirt.
Oh, can I have one? Yeah. Wait.
I sell this fucking T-shirt.
Wait. But here's the difference. Wait.
I sell this fucking T-shirt and I have to tell this joke.
If you don't give me one of those fucking shirts, I'll kill you. Can you move Why would you have a drink in front of it, dude?
It's
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What the fuck?
So yeah, but
dude, I love that. Is that an XL?
Yes,
double X?
Yeah, double X.
I want one of those.
I have to tell that joke at the end of every show because if I don't do it, I did it one night. I didn't tell it, and literally, and they'll attest. There were people coming up going, "Dude, the only reason I bought tickets is to hear the Machine story," and I'm like, "Yeah, sorry, that'll happen again."
Listen, I'm not talking about you. You've paid your fucking dues.
Yeah.
You've been out there. You've been hustling. You've been fucking. You went on the auditions. You booked the fucking show on the Travel Channel. You did hurt Bert.
Yeah.
You paid your dues in the Village. You're the headliner. You get to hold up a fucking T-shirt and stick it in your asshole and sell that after the show.
Definitely feel
whatever
that.
the fuck you want to do is you can be able to do.
You can totally
but for some guy who's been doing it for 3 years and you have a DVD and a CD that you made in your fucking basement, okay?
And you're underselling me.
Yeah, and you're underselling, and you get a T-shirt with the joke isn't even fucking funny. It's not a funny joke. That should be the rule with T-shirts. Yes. It should be a funny joke. If the joke is funny, you can sell a T-shirt. If it's not, you have to burn them all in the parking lot. And then you come out, and they got all. It's like, dude, do you mind? I'm just trying to make a little extra money. Yeah, dude. This is the problem. This is what not making enough money at the middler benefits you because that makes you want to become a headliner. Because you don't make enough money as a middler to support yourself. Yeah. So you either have to get another job and quit this business, or you have to become funnier and take my job. That's your responsibility. That's why you don't get paid that. That's why it's a good thing. You don't get to use CDs and T-shirts to compensate to make as much money as I do. Okay, yes. So that you can stay in that shit spot and do your best 20, fucking do whatever the fuck you want in the middle, think you're a superstar, and then you'll never ever progress. Because I used to watch guys like Dane, I'd watch guys like Jay or Rogan. I used to watch Rogan and fucking Colin and I'd be like, I want that.
Yeah, that's a natural feeling in this business, is to look at those guys in awe in the back. I still do it now. I think, and you'll probably agree with this, is that I look at those guys, like I look at Colin. There's a lot of guys that I look at and I go, I want the ability to be better like that. Like I just want to be better now. Like I can headline everywhere. I can do, talk shows or whatever, but I want to just go to the next. Like I want to be able to fucking be proud of my material and write in my voice and be more authentic. All that
Colin
shit.
said that to me. He said the day you're a stand-up comedian, a great stand-up comic, is where you can walk off stage and not feel guilty.
I feel guilty every fucking night.
Well, here's the deal, man. It's hard. Like I transitioned like 4 years ago when my life fell apart personally. I would say 5-6 years ago.
What happened?
So just my life fell apart. I almost lost my chick. I almost lost everything. Because I was a piece of shit. Running around, fucking being a hunk of garbage.
Yeah.
And, doing comedy, and that's it. And then everything got almost taken away, and I was going to be alone. And I made a decision to go get fucking help and try to be just a better human being.
Yeah.
And to the people that I care about around me. And then, I wound up getting engaged and wound up getting married and like kind of falling in love with my wife and going to therapy once a week, twice a week. That's when I started to actually go on stage and talk about shit. That's when I started finding my voice.
Yeah.
Because, I may look like a big fucking tough guy, bald fucking asshole from Boston, but I'm just a hurt little boy. That's all. It's all. Anytime I'm just get my feelings hurt all the time. That's why I want to beat people up, because I'm just hurt. I remember the time. This is a quick story, man. When we did an RV trip.
Oh, yes.
Across the country. Me and you rented. You, Frosty, who was our agent, Vincent Nastry, who was our agent, my manager, your manager, and we rented a huge RV. And we drove across Arizona, Utah, and wound up in Vegas for 2 days.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
It was. I still to this day can't imagine that we had that much disposable time and income that we could just go.
I didn't.
For like. Are you
I didn't. I spent all the money I had on that trip.
Are you serious?
I was broke after that trip.
We went for like 10 days.
Had nothing.
Like 10 days. But it was a great fucking trip. I posted some of those pictures on Twitter the other a couple weeks ago.
We had a great trip, but if you remember, me and Bert almost got into a fight.
Well, I was drinking. Let's just say I was drinking from the second I woke up until the second I went to bed.
We used to call you a silverback gorilla because Bert, he would sleep. He slept on, the bed above the driver's seat and the passenger seat. There's a bed that you kind of had to roll up into. He didn't give a fuck, which was great. Bert's the best guy to be on the road with because he doesn't care. He's like, his ego is in check. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, I'll fucking take this. I don't give a. He rolls up in there, but in the morning he would just roll out in his underwear with like a ball hanging out, one sock on, and just boom, 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 and just fucking go through and knocking shit over to take a piss.
That was a great trip, but I was also on like a I don't like, there was like what it was. It led up to, it was three things that led up to that. Yep. One was when we rented the boat and I was drunk and we were fucking flying through those canals and I was scaring the shit out of you and Frosty and Vincent.
Yeah, because I'm 26 years sober.
Yeah,
I've been in AA. I don't drink or use drugs.
I'm fucking flying at like 30 miles an hour through these canals just because I grew up on boats. I've driven boats all the time and I know we've done this before. So I'm like, and Bobby's from Boston, Frosty's from.
I've never been on a boat.
Yeah, and they're both just like, stop it, man. you're scaring us. And I'm just, whoo, beer, it's Coors Light in hand. And then I took you tubing, and Bobby had never been tubing. And I said, come on, get on. So the first time I take you tubing, I go to throw you off the tube. That's how you tube.
What tube?
You remember the tube? You had the tube?
Do a tube?
Okay, hold on.
A tube?
So wait, let me just tell you the story. So then Bobby gets on the back of the tube.
Are you stealing somebody's life?
No.
Who the fuck's tubing, dude?
We had a tube on the back of the boat. It was a string with an inner tube. And you go, I want to go tubing. I go, okay. So you got on the back.
A string?
Wait, hold on. You don't remember this?
No.
I'll call Frosty and he'll fucking remember
I don't remember
Okay,
this.
let me just tell the story. So you get on the back, and I start pulling you, and I start like spinning you. What you call it, like a slow roller, where you turn and the tube goes in front of the boat, and you go flying.
Yeah.
So I do that once to you. You fucking wipe out, and you're fucking irate. You're so mad, and you go, and I can see it in your face. You're in the water with the life vest, and you're staring at me, and I pull up, and I'm like, hop back on. You go, I'm fucking done. I don't want to fucking do that. You fucking threw me off. And I go, I know, that's part of the tubing. And you go, you get me in that boat, and I'm going to kick your ass. And so I just kept going around you. I go, Bobby, I'm not letting you in the boat to beat me up. And you're like, pull closer. I want to get in the boat so I can kick your ass. I go, Bobby, I'm not letting you in the boat. You're like, I'm going to fucking kill you. I go, guys, I'm not letting him in the boat. So Frosty went over and goes, Bobby, that's the point of tubing. And Bobby, you go, I'll do it one more time, but don't fucking, no funny business. Just pull me. So you get on the back, and I go straight at like 20 miles an hour. It's boring as shit. And you're in the back, you're like, all right, fucking spin me. So we spin you and go, okay, I'm not going to kick your ass. Let me in the boat. So we let you in the boat. And then we just spun each other around on this tube the whole time.
I don't remember any of it.
I swear to you, because I never forget.
Dude, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is if we find out, if we get to the point where if we get to Frosty and you're like, oh shit, it wasn't you, Rob. I fucked up. You owe me $100.
Okay, I know.
I hate when people do this.
I know it was you. I hate when
people do this.
I'll call Frosty right now.
Here's the thing. If this isn't me, I want something. Because I hate when people do this. Because now I feel like I'm insane.
No,
I feel like I'm crazy.
It was totally you, and I'll never forget it.
Right.
So then finally, we get in the boat. We all went. It was a beautiful. That day on the lake was beautiful, gorgeous. So then the next day we go to these like sulfur springs and ran into Barry Katz.
It's Hurricane, Utah. It's these springs. You pay like $5 or $10, and you go in. They have really hot natural springs, medium and then regular, and there's sulfur in them. It's like fucking just load. It's like dinosaur load. It smells like fucking just matches.
And apparently it's like good for you
rub it all over your body.
So we were just covering each other in mud. Ran into my manager.
Wait, stop. Stop. Whoa, stop. Wait. Bert talks fast. You're a fast talker, okay? We have to slow. Sometimes you have to slow Bert down. We were not covering each other in mud. Okay? We were covering ourselves in mud, and we were jerking each other off with sulfur. Jesus, man.
So I was definitely drunk at the time.
Yeah, of course you were.
Yeah.
You were drunk a lot, dude.
On that trip, yeah. On that trip, because I was like on vacation.
This is what would happen what happens when there's the social dynamic of the group, and Frosty was the driver, me and Vincent were the food people, and you did nothing.
I did nothing.
You did nothing. But
I did nothing, and at one point you accused me of stealing your shampoo and your CD.
Really?
Blade Runner, yeah, because I swear to God, because we had the same shampoo. And you saw it in my hand. That's my fucking shampoo, and I go, no, it's my shampoo. And then the Blade Runner DVD, we watched it me and you watched it together. I'd never seen it.
I don't remember.
How do you not remember this?
Accusing you of stealing my...
So,
dude, look at me. Did I have shampoo?
And so, no, you had hair at the time. You had hair at the time. You had hair at the time. You did have hair.
Okay. So that's what bugs me, too. Just a fucking side note right here.
Yeah.
The fact that I went bald before you... Fucking admit it right now. You got hair plugs.
No,
something,
I didn't. I swear to God.
I hate people like you. I hate people like you. People who have been bald since they were 19 fucking bug me. I thought you were gone. And I would look at you and be like, at least he's going bald too. If he's working, we're fine. And then it went, fuck you and your genetics. Go ahead.
So then when we go to the hot springs, we're drinking pretty heavily. And I haven't driven once this whole trip.
You can't. We would be arrested.
But Frosty was also into driving.
Frosty was smoking a lot of weed.
Oh, he was
which I didn't know. And if I knew he was that high, we were driving through those canyons in Utah, where if you take one wrong turn, we're just dead.
I remember one time sitting next to him and he's driving through the canyon. And it's like later, and I go, Frost, you okay? And he just looks at me and shouts, What's the matter? Am I driving wrong? And I'm like, oh, never mind. I'm going to go back and start drinking. So
we're in Utah.
We're backing out the RV.
Wait a minute, stop. You guys, fuck you.